we have a great feature here. We call this our Stuck on Stupid Person of the Week. Get ready to play the. We also got a little cute little stinger we have for this because that really got some really dumb people.
Can't wait.
Y'all ready to play it?
Yeah.
Stupid!
So, there's a guy named Lynn Retton. He is the superintendent of the Onalaska School District in Texas. It is about 100 miles from Houston. He was watching the Houston Texans play the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, and at the end of the game, Deshaun Watson, quarterback for the Texans, made a boneheaded play, throwing a late-game interception. He could have easily ran for 20-odd yards and attempted a game-tying field goal, but instead he threw an INT. Well, Lynn was on the Houston Chronicle Facebook page, and there was a guy who actually made a particular comment on the Facebook page about that particular play, and Lynn decided to actually comment by saying that, you can't trust black quarterbacks. Now, he thought it was a private comment. He didn't realize he was on the public Facebook page of the largest newspaper in the Southwest United States. After he got busted and took screenshots, of course, he apologized profusely. And then in an interview with the Houston Chronicle, he tried to even suggest that there are stats to back up his theory that blacks have not been successful in the NFL.
Right.
Now, of course, you've had Doug Williams, who was Super Bowl MVP, leading Washington to a Super Bowl. Of course, Russell Wilson was quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks and led them to one Super Bowl. And, of course, they barely lost a second Super Bowl. I do recall there was a guy named Steve McNair, of course, who lost on a last-second. His guy was stopped on the 1-yard line against the Rams. I can go on and on. Colin Kaepernick. He, of course, led his team to the Super Bowl. We can go on and on and on. So this idea that somehow you can't trust black quarterbacks, kind of insane, because I do recall Donovan McNabb led his team to the Super Bowl, and they actually lost in the Super Bowl. I do recall any number of other players. I could talk about Randall Cunningham. We can talk about Michael Vick.
Come on.
I mean, we can go on and on. And so poor little Lynn. Now, I called the school district today. Lynn didn't show up.
Oh.
It's no shock he didn't come to work today.
Tim took a sick day.
But the real deal is, to our panel here, the real deal here is he's mad because he got busted.
Right.
So to say, oh my God, I should have never posted this. What was I thinking? You were thinking what the hell you typed.
Right.
This is what you believe, and I'm sorry. This is a person who should lose his job because he has no business being over our children, because if that is your view, it can come through what you do every day. Spencer,
and there needs to just be some remorse. Hey, I'm sorry. Not defense of, if you look at the numbers, this is what bears out, so this isn't racist. Actually, the definition of racism is that you say the reason this person missed is because they're black.
And he didn't even apologize because he said, I'm sorry, it was posted. It was not that I said it, not that I said it, and I'm apologizing.
That's how I was thinking.
I'm sorry I got caught.
So it's interesting because in the article that I read, he said that he meant it to be like a Facebook like personal message, like direct message, and then he realized it was a post. And I haven't been on Facebook in a while. Mine's actually deactivated. But what I know for sure is the difference between posting to your actual wall and sending a direct message to a friend. His quote was, when you need precision decision making, you can't count on a black quarterback. And I said,
Now
you're prejudiced.
Now you break that. Now you break that.
Said sorry. That was it.
Now you break that down and see again. Look, the reason I appreciate technology is because it is exposing
the real
bigots for who they are.
Absolutely.
Yes. All the videos we're capturing people, all the folks who are making comments, that's what it's doing. Right. And so, dude, you simply reveal who you actually are, which means that you could take that same thought process when it comes to you hiring folks for the school district. Right. You will have the exact same view when it comes to principals and when it comes to teachers. And that's exactly
Athletic director.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but across the board. The bottom line is, this is him showing exactly who he is.
Yeah. Right. He's uncovered. Look, here's the other thing. When I saw the first name Lynn, I was like, ooh, L-Y-N, Lynn with 2 N's? Is he mad at, his mom and daddy for giving him a name that usually belongs to a girl? Who exactly is he angry at? Is it his fault that the Texans aren't doing Whose fault is it that the Texans
Right,
are
0-2.
doing?
We
what
really
they're supposed to do?
we really want to be honest. Bill O'Brien sucks as a head coach. Me, of course, being a native of Houston, he had
Well,
no
you,
business
Mr.
getting.
Texan, can go
Well, he had no
there.
business getting a contract extension last year. He's absolutely awful because he has no late game management whatsoever. He also was idiotic by not playing Deshaun Watson in the preseason, coming off an ACL injury when you might have had him get some reps in the preseason.
receipts.
That's a whole.
So the coach thinks no better than the quarterback.
No, the bottom line is the coach is idiotic. But here's the piece. White boys throw interceptions. Nathan Peterman last year threw 5 interceptions in the first half alone.
That's sad.
But the fact that this superintendent, and again, what I need people to understand, these are the judgments that some people make against black people every single day.
Not just in
Right.
sports.
In the workplace, in many areas. And so one guy throws an interception, and now that's can't trust these black quarterbacks. And history is also there because, and the reason that's important is because for decades, even though you're celebrating, this is the 98th year of the NFL, what you're dealing with is you've had coaches who for years would not play black quarterbacks because they said they didn't have the intelligence, they couldn't read the defenses. They came up with all these excuses. What this guy's doing is simply exhibiting what NFL owners and coaches thought for decades.
Right, and it's not just football, right? This guy is the superintendent of a school system. It invades and pervades our school systems when we talk about kids not taking a risk or not going out there because the assumption is they're going to fail. They're black and they're going to fail.
Right. They're no good.
There are
Black teachers too?
There are implications beyond this context.
That's true.
Right.
That's
And that's
very,
why I
very
think,
true.
again, that whole thing is important. Now let's go to another sports story where the WNBA Seattle Storm, they won another WNBA title, and they made it perfectly clear, we ain't trying to go see Donald Trump. Of course, we know many other professional teams have made it clear they don't want to visit the White House. Of course, the Golden State Warriors made that perfectly clear. Then Trump disinvited them, which is kind of crazy because you can't disinvite somebody who already said, I ain't coming. And then, of course, we saw where the Houston Astros, where most of their whole team went to go see Donald Trump. I don't know why in the hell they went. Maybe because our colors are blue and orange and he's orange. That could be it. And then, of course, you also have some NFL players with the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles, as a team, did not go. And when only a handful of players were going to show up, Trump rescinded their invitation. Bottom line, they don't nobody want to see with him. And so the Seattle Storm have made it perfectly clear they have no interest in going. Folks, it's clear. It's supposed to be seen as a reward. In fact, the South Carolina women's basketball team who won the national championship made it clear we ain't trying to go either.
That's not a reward.
Well, no. Over the years,
of course,
over the years, it was considered a reward to go to the White House.
It's not a
but
reward.
bottom line is, don't nobody want to be seen with this dude, Deborah.
That's not a reward.
Do you think he really cares? The man is not into sports anyway.
Oh, no, he does care. His ego.
No.
His ego.
No. As long as he keeps those cell phones and he can tweet when he wakes up in the middle of the night because his warm milk didn't kick in, he doesn't really care.
No. When the Boston Bruins went for winning the NHL championship, he made a big deal out of it. And in fact,
I'm not saying he won't make a big deal if somebody.
It does matter because he hates rejection.
He
hates
rejection.
His ego hates rejection.
He's the type of man similar to like we had as a mayor in this city. They're not into team sports.
Oh, no. His ego. Deborah,
I'm not saying
his
he doesn't have an
he
ego.
does hate being
Roland.
rejected. Oh, by the way,
And I'm
the
not
Seattle
saying
Storm
he
did
doesn't
previously win
like-
a WNBA title. And, of course, they had no problem going to the White House to be with President Barack Obama. I think we have video or photo of it. What you got? Right, so that's them having some good time. Donald will never get to see that photo right there. But again, go ahead.
The sad thing is this, is that yes, he hates rejection, and when they don't show up, somehow on Twitter, he makes it their fault. It's like, actually, I didn't want you to come anyway, and that's how you know it hurts his ego in the first place. Even when I saw the Warriors do it, and he came at Steven and everybody else, and he was like, I actually didn't want you all to show up anyway, it's a rejection for him. So what I can't wait to see is the chart of presidents who got invited when they won their championship and who decided that they weren't going to come and which president had the most favorable response to those invitations.
Well, it won't be in print because that costs too much money. It'll be online somewhere.
Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it.